prepare.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. A give. This is Johnson. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Yaya Diaby brings him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
To the air on 3rd and long. To the right, hold in by Jefferson. And he's not going to make it. May stop him short. So expect a punt coming up here on 4th down.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Perhaps a little misplaced sense of urgency on their opening drive. We'll find out together, and they're going for this from their own side. On 4th down, here's Murray. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There was not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Nussmeier from the pistol. Takes a hit on his first pass attempt of this game, and it doesn't get anywhere close. That's incomplete. Brings up 2nd down. Boy, they took over with a lot of energy thanks to that field position, but at least a little bit of air let out of the balloon with that first play. Couldn't make that catch.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And those defenders that gave you the ball in that prime position on the sidelines, they'd like to see you execute better than that.
Nussmeier on 2nd. And it's incomplete. Started as a catch, but the hit forced it free before he could secure it.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was how is he going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical. And that will plant a little thought in his mind. The next time the ball comes his way, he better be ready for some contact.
Third and long for him here. That's caught for the first. And there it is. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ted Hurst with his first NFL touchdown. On his Chase McLaughlin for the point after. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And they jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Vikings nothing. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Return coming from the 6. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Murray. He completes it in traffic. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. So a nice play there out of a guy who was instrumental in the win last week, Brock, putting together that 100-yard receiving gate.
Were you as surprised as I was in our meeting last night when just a steam Statman Dan slid us the number? It's surprising. I thought it would be more than 50-50 when you have a 100-yard receiver. But those are what the numbers tell you the last decade. And more than anything, you know this guy just wants the W.
How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, it really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. Room to run inside the 20. And they finally get to him at the 15. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
I don't think we're ever going to get away from the stat line of turnovers and winning that turnover margin being the biggest singular key in the NFL, Kate. But I'll tell you what, when you run for 100 yards plus, you win 70% of the time. They did a week ago with this guy, and he's off to an excellent start.
Rushes right there as he releases it. And it goes nowhere near the target. Lucky to avoid a sack there, Brock. It is 2nd down. Ooh, boy, that play action nearly backfired right there, Brock. Took a little bit too much time to set it up and some quick thinking at the end there to get that throw away as the hit arrived.
Yeah, you know, that's really well said because, you know, you could feel sometimes as a quarterback on drop back, you know the timing.
Yeah.
Play action, sometimes it gets a little hairy. That was pretty savvy of him to find an incompletion.
Into the end zone, but not brought in. It falls incomplete. And will bring up 3rd down. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Center of the end zone finds his man. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his 3rd of the year. Now right there, the type of first-quarter drive that you expect, Brock, from a team that's on a little winning streak, right? Same rhythm we've seen the last couple of weeks and picking up where they left off.
No coach at any level is going to try and fix what isn't broken yet. They're going to try and augment it, sure, and maybe, you know, adjust when you have to, but no adjusting there. That was just fishing drive.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then... So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. This is Nussmeier. We've got a screen to the running back. He turns the shallow catch into something more. Give him 8 yards. That sets up 2nd and short.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Great start on that 1st down. Only need 2 here on 2nd. Nussmeier to throw. And with a man all over him, he just can't bring it in clean. It's an incomplete pass, and that brings up third down.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Irving trying to run for the first. Tackles with what looks to be about 3 yards. That's enough. Fresh set of downs coming their way.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Nussmeier throwing. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Nussmeier. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. The rookie out of Miami with the pick. And the Vikings get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
I think this guy is dispelling one of those narratives out there, and you know what that is. The DBs are simply receivers that can't catch. You throw it this guy's way, he's bringing it in.
Fresh set of downs now from the 39. From the gun, Johnson. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. I'm a more aggressive call on second.
On 2nd down, Kyler. Find Johnson out of the backfield. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. That one's caught by Jefferson. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. A pickup of 17. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
They call 3rd downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection. Set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
Shotgun handoff to Johnson. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Both teams neck and neck so far. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. It's Vikings ball as we return for the 2nd, and they've got to be thinking points here. It's Johnson on 2nd down. And he's fight good enough to gain about 4. It's 3rd down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Murray to throw here on 3rd. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that passing ball. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
Offense is staying out there, and they're ready to go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Murray. Chased out to his right. And they give to him on 4th down. It's a sack and a turnover on down.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Snap to Nussmeier. And the hit's going to separate him from that football. Incomplete. Not surprising to find a defender in the area there over the middle challenging that one, partner. It's 2nd down. First play of the drive, Brock. You always tell me that's always the start of a new battle, and defense wins round 1 in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right? You got to now put yourself in a manageable 3rd down after lack of execution on 1st.
I said, are you gonna be my girl?
They'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. Look in his eyes, it's Nussmeier. He's got Emeka Egbuka. He's going to be right out of bounds. Play goes for about 16 before he stepped out. And that will set up a Bucs 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. On 1st down, they're going to run with Irving. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. James Pierre dropping that time.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Right back to Irving now. No, that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. It's complete. This is Egbuka. He's going to go out of bounds, getting about 15 before he did so. And that is good for a Tampa Bay 1st down.
That's good for a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Nussmeier. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the 1st half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Nussmeier now on 2nd and 10. Escapes the pocket. That is complete to Hurst outright. And he's going to get about 3 here, almost all of it on the catch. The defense was there immediately. And we won't see another play here, Brock, as the clock reaches 2 minutes to go. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up. This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. Nussmeier to the air. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
On 4th down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin. From the right hash, 55 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Murray to throw. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. A lot of mess on the move here. And stopped at the 1. All right, so they're going to have to get that final yard. They're going to have to earn it. 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Off the play action, here's Murray. This is going to be caught. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Pitts getting them the lone yard that they needed. So business as usual, Brock, from the league's top scoring offense right there. Moving right down the fields and punching it in for 6.
Kate, they've risen to the top of the league because they know whether it's a slow, methodical drive or a chance to just hammer down more aggressively, whatever the game decides and the script evolves, same result, touchdown.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Here's Nussmeier from the gun. He's brought down. They got him at the 25. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down. Well, first time they've gotten to the rookie in this ball game, but it is a big loss as a result.
And what this rookie is going to learn, kind of like rookie running backs have to learn, you can't outrun many of the guys in this league. They are bigger and faster and stronger than what you faced in college, and mistakes like that lead to big losses.
Shotgun look, it's Nussmeier. He's got Hurst over the middle. And he's going to be brought down right after making that catch. A good gain, but the tackle limits it to 9.
Gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 11.
Third and long for him here. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. They connect on the deep shot. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. Just 2 seconds left in the half as we get a timeout. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. He was good on his first kick. Going to need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Will Reichert to kick off for the Vikings.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Scott now to return. Things going well so far. Past midfield, and he's got space. Field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50.
Well, their attempt to attack that deficit, it's begun in earnest, like with a capital E. What an immediate sense of urgency they created by that stellar return. This drive has begun must score for this offense. I think we all felt that way. And they sure set the tone coming out of halftime with that kick return.
Going play fake first, now Nussmeier. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up second down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Throwing now out of the shotgun. And he had it, but he lost it on that hit. So an nice early defensive play out of the locker room to break up that catch. It's now 3rd down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
They'll throw 3rd and long. And the incompletions continuing to stack up here, Brock. 3 straight plays as the defender knocks it away. Now it's 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2, it could have gone the other way.
Three straight passes have hit the ground, but here we go. They're going for it on 4th. Running for it, here's Irving. And this won't even get close. They stop him before he can get near that marker. This is going to be a turnover on downs.
These 4th down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense is having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Throwing on seconds, Murray. Oh, enveloped by the defense. They get him at the 32. Vita Vea. Yeah, 4 sacks last season, Brock. Now he's got 1 this year.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate. Right, we talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with the tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Here's Murray. Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. And the Buccaneers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception.
We know that no lead in the NFL is safe. A one-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. How many of these games so often come down to one possession in the end? With a half of football left, you just can't give away too many gifts and too many possessions.
Irving on the inside give. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts, the very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Nussmeier throwing. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into first and goal.
When you throw that comeback route versus zone, you have to see the underneath defenders. It's frankly easier, Kate, to throw it versus man-to-man. You know where everybody is. But in zone, you better trust your eyes underneath. And when you do, there's completions like that to be had.
Irving will score. It's a Tampa Bay touchdown. So the Buccaneers keeping their offense on the field. 2-point attempts coming up.
Set up for the 2-point conversion.
This is Nussmeier. Catches it at the 1. And he reaches the end zone. So they'll be up to a 7-point lead.
21, Vikings 14.
Well, not the way they drew it up, partner, but when it works, who cares? They didn't defend the check down throw, and it's open for 2.
I could still remember one of my first red zone days way back when. Touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. Now, I know it's not a touchdown, but this check down, well, it was a valuable 2 points.
Showing a little burst so far. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
First down now, ball at the 33. Now an inside give to Johnson. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
On second down, Murray. Middle of the field got his managed Pitts. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
First down, Vikings.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Murray has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give the quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
He's going to be stopped after a gain of 9. That was what they needed. First down coming up.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Minnesota.
Putting a receiver in motion. Back to throw, Murray. He's going to get this one to Tyson. And his effort after the catch gets him up near that marker. Gain of 9, Brock. It's second down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Got 9 of the 10 with that last grab. Need to get the last yard now on second. Now Murray. And the Rush is going to win this rep. They get to him. It's back to 10 now to go on third down.
And this is what the modern safety is all about in today's game. More and more, we see guys with an interception and a sack in the same game who can line up seemingly in 10 different positions on the field. Almost a positionless defender, yet their impact can be so great.
Here he goes, third and long. Buys time, rolling right. He's making a bid for it. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up first and goal.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
And we won't have another snap. That is the end of our third quarter. It's Vikings football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. All right, back now for the fourth. They're set up here, first and goal. Now Kyler. And this will wind up incomplete. So failure to connect brings up second down. Now they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series. He's the one driving it.
So after the incomplete pass, here comes second and goal. Throwing here, Murray. And he's got it, it's in close. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Being limited to a couple. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for third and goal. Here's Kyler to throw. And it's incomplete on third and goal.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
This could be the snap that decides this game. It's fourth and goal. Desperation time here. Forced out to his right. Making the call himself. And they stop him. No touchdown, no first down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone.
You know, these fourth down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Drive begins with a run by Irving. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Gained a little bit there. Kind of feels like a gain of nothing. You know why? Because you're still playing with your backs against the end zone. No real breathing room. No margin for error.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. There's a dive up the middle. And they'll fight ahead for a few. It's third down.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on third down. On the give, this is Irving. And they only get a couple when they needed. Now they needed a good bit more, Brock. That's going to make it fourth down. Well, running it was a long shot, right? We all knew that. And even with that small pickup, still a few yards away from moving those chains.
And I don't mind the run call. I really don't. Those can be very effective in those situations. But that defense, they were up for it, and they hit it before it got started.
Set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return.
At the Buccaneers' 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Murray looking to throw. On the move, headed right. And he finds him in the end zone for the Minnesota touchdown. Justin Jefferson, his 6th of the year, 2nd in this game. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
That one splits the uprights. And we are tied at 21. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Nussmeier from the pistol. Dump off caught by his back. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Brought down back at the 31-yard line.
And before the snap, the officials whistle that play dead. We've reached our 2-minute warning. Buccaneers want to end it in regulation if they can. Multiple ways to attack. Here's 2nd and long. Nussmeier to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now to throw. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up.
15 yards. That's good for a first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back to throw. This one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for second down.
That incompletion does one thing, Kate, gives everybody a chance to take a little breath really on both sides. And offensively in that huddle, I'm reminding my guys, play fast, but not in a hurry. Play fast, but never rushed.
This is Irving on second. And a decent run gets about 4. It's going to be third down. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Third down, give to Irving. And he only gets a couple yards. They are well short. It's fourth down. Minnesota spends its second timeout here. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. So Chase McLaughlin is on in a high-pressure spot. From the right hash, 55 yards out.
55-yard attempt.
It has enough leg, and it's good from deep. And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
You know what I love about that kick? He didn't shrink from the spotlight. He seized the moment, made it his own. And that kick might just win them this game.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to Suggs. First and 10. Here he is to throw. Has it downfield, working the left. Good play call there. 15 yards for their efforts, and they got the first down. Now the Vikings use their third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Setting up to pass. There goes that man again, but a defender on time this time. Hit forces the football out, incomplete. We've got second down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. He'll look to throw it. Finds him on the crossing route. Nothing doing after the catch, but a good gain on it. They're down to the 35.
A gain of 22 yards. First down.
Kyler looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. All right, so trailing right now. Looking up at the scoreboard, Brock. Can't afford to be too picky, but it did look like getting rid of that football was the right call there.
Yeah, you live to play another day. Now, the key is you've got to take advantage of this day to come.
Lining up for one final snap. Here he goes, one final shot. This is for the ball game. And this will not be caught. Their last chance save to the end zone.